Why hasn't their income grown? Why are they stuck at certain months? I can identify these things like a doctor is diagnosing you. I can see right away what's going on with someone's business. Some people can have the ability to invest in their business into certain things, but you'll see where their limitations and their scarcity will show up, and it'll be the thing that actually is creating the resistance for more wealth to come through. We're going to talk about the biggest income leak you have in your business right now. And it's probably not what you're thinking, but it's one that's hidden in many facets of the operations, the sales, the marketing, the client delivery, your offers. It's hidden and riddled every single place that there can be. Any guesses right now what you think it could be? What maybe could be the biggest money income leak you could be having right now? I'll give you a hint. It has everything to do with you, and who you are, what you think, and who you be. We are the blueprint for our lives and business. I'll tell you right now, your money mindset could be the biggest asset of your business or the biggest income leak of your business. Yes, in fact, that is what the biggest income leak can be, is your money mindset. It's so interesting when I see people who are creating extraordinary wealth in their business and or ones that are looking to get to that next level and figuring out why they haven't got to that level. What is it about what they're doing that hasn't got them there? Have they not found their ideal clients? Are they not getting enough clients? Why isn't their messaging connecting with them? Are they doing enough? Is their offer really good? Is it priced the right way? Are they delivering their offer in a way? Why hasn't their income grown? Why are they stuck at certain months? And I'll tell you right now, we have a training on this. Check the bio and you guys can go watch it. It's going to be life-changing for you, especially if you don't know where these income links are right now happening for you. So one of the things that I'm really good at is when I can identify these things like a doctor is diagnosing you. I can see right away what's going on with someone's business. So I'm going to give you an example of what an income leak could look like. Support. There's something so simple as having a team members and support and having, employees that are there for you and relying on them and allowing them to come through. And I want to preface this saying that some people can have the ability to invest in their business into certain things, but you'll see where their limitations and their scarcity will show up, and it'll be the thing that actually is creating the resistance for more wealth to come through. So there'll be, times where you're like, I'm making money. I don't know what she's talking about, but are you really at that level that you want to be at? Is there an income ceiling? Have you been able to get to that next level? Are you struggling to get there? Or you keep seeing the same numbers every month, or maybe they're not that consistent and you're like, well, what's going on? Right? So for example, support. Finding your dream unicorn team member. Like, this is something that's so imperative to you getting to that next level. I remember when one of my team members joined me, it's almost a year and a half ago now. And I kept telling her, she is my unicorn. I now have 2 unicorns on my team, but at the time, that are just my dream team. At the time I kept saying, like, you are a unicorn. Like, she is a unicorn. That is exactly how I described her. I had no idea that people in the industry had described their most favorite team member as unicorns, because I just felt like she was a unicorn for me. She was there for me. What it helped me do personally was allow myself to receive support. Being a woman who has done everything on her own, I was a woman who did bad all by myself. I don't like asking for help, was one of my things. I remember when I was going through a really hard time in my life during my divorce, I literally pushed everybody away. I would not let anybody be there for me, because the thought of anybody helping me or leaning on them was just not something that I was, conditioned or used to. So I would push everybody away. And that had been my thing that I would do for the longest time. I can get up on my own. I can do this on my own. No, don't worry. I can handle this. And the thought of asking someone made me feel very weak, and it made me feel like I didn't know what I was doing. And then somebody had something on me if I let them come in and help me. Maybe you're identifying with this and you're like, oh, she's talking about me. Yeah. So letting people in and allowing ourselves to be supported is a huge shift from running a multiple six-figure business to a 7-figure business. You cannot scale to 7 figures all by yourself, okay? And if you are, you're probably doing a lot of work doing it. You're not getting a lot of freedom back. And as you make more money, upcoming episode, I'll talk about this. As you make more money and you increase your income, the amount of work that it takes to create that wealth should actually go down. You should not be exerting more energy. You have to actually work really hard to get to six figures and to be in the lower income ranges, like, in the hundreds, thousands. And that seems like, what, lower range? What's she talking about? But, in the couple hundreds, because in this industry that we're in, self-development, the ability to make whatever you want, the sky's the limit, right? It's out there. It's infinite what you can call in for yourself, which is why I love this industry. So you can have income leaks by not letting yourself be supported. That is something that I don't think a lot of people identify with. When a lot of my clients, one of the things I ask them, who's your support? Do you feel supported? And they haven't found their dream person yet. They always ask me about mine. I'm like, no, she's mine. You can't have her, and I'll tell you, being vulnerable and allowing somebody in to support you fully is something that doesn't happen just by making a decision to do it. It's something that you have to really feel into. Your nervous system has to be regulated for it. It has to be a place where you feel safe. And a lot of the times people are not allowing support to come in because they don't feel safe. And this support could be in your business, in your life. It could be anywhere that you have. And many of the times, I'm sure you are the rock for everybody in your life because you're the one that's doling out information. You're holding it together. You've got nerves of steel, and you don't really go to anybody else and say, hey, I need a friend, or hey, I'd like to talk to you about something, because you don't want to impose on anybody or be that person that just can't handle their own business, right? But you do need somebody, right? And especially in your business. So the moment that I started having, team members come in, my business started growing because, I had to start delegating things. One of the things I had issues with, though, is delegating. And the more that I realized that I could trust certain people that were coming in, I had to go through quite a few because I had to grow into the leader that was able to receive a team member that is my unicorn. And being able to delegate means you're able to receive the support. And a lot of the times what I see, and this is just one example of an income leak, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but because I do have this masterclass where you can learn from me on this. But one things I see is that when you are a micromanager, a control freak, and sometimes people pride themselves saying, I'm a control freak, and but these are things where you need to control the environment. You need to control every single aspect so that you don't go into fight or flight, or you don't go into a position where you feel unsafe or you feel in a state of chaos. So in order to be able to control your environment, which is not emotional mastery, it's in fact, having everybody do what you want them to do so that you feel safe, is the opposite of emotional mastery, right? But this is what happens with most strong female owners, is that they are micromanaging everybody. And so when you're micromanaging, you're not allowing people to support you. You're telling them what to do. You're telling them how to do it. You're telling them when to do it. And then you sometimes don't even give them the things to do because you're like, let me just do it myself because I can do it faster and I can do it better. And I could see women who are in their masculine energy doing this at home with their spouses and significant others because they're not letting those people support them, because maybe they might be just doing things not the right way. They take too long, or, it's just not perfect to your degree, right? And so then you just I'll just do it myself. But then resentment grows. And then you go back into that little cycle of I'm not good enough. Okay, this is how it feeds. Do you guys see the system here that's imposed, and how you're repeating a pattern that's going over and over again that's not actually serving you? If you're doing everything in your business, what happens is you don't have time for that business to grow. Your zone of genius should be to deliver your zone of genius. Your magic, your honey is what I call it. Not doing the paper pushing things, not doing setting up funnels, not doing the, things that you can hire somebody out to do it. And a lot of people think that, well, I can't hire someone to do it because they're not going to do it as good as me. They might not. But this is not something that you should be worried about. Perfectionism is not where you should be right now. If they're doing a decent job, a good job, and it's something that looks great, work it. It is going to be onto your level. It's okay. Let that part go. I have a saying in my business called messy makes me millions. If you allow yourself to just take some action and allow people to come in, a shift will happen. And a lot of the times too, I see why people don't allow their dream team to come in is because they'll do it all themselves, because you know what? Why pay somebody to do that? Oh, so a little scarcity comes in there. Why would I pay someone to do it when I can do it, and I can do it better, and I can do it faster? True, but You could be making content. You could be serving your clients, or you could be spending time with your family. That's just so important. You could be enjoying your life. You could be doing things out there that are outside of when you're delivering your zone of genius. It's so important to have that time. When you are not working, that downtime is so important for the creation of wealth, for you to allow more money to come into your life, for you to be in the receivership of more opportunities and for more wealth. So I just gave you one example of where there could be a money leak. There's so many, and I can go right from your operations to your offers, putting everything plus the kitchen sink in your offer. This topic has to be over many episodes because it is so rampant in the way that women are running their business. Like when I work with somebody and they come in, especially for a VIP day with me, this is what they will get. I'll take their business, I'll look it over and be like, okay, what is your offer here? Who are you serving? What are your clients are? And most of the time my clients are so maxed out and they're not even getting compensated the way they should be for the work that they're doing. In fact, they're spread so thin that they can't even bring in more business because they're trying to serve clients at such a lower scale than what they should be making. And these women are experts, 20 years in their business. Sometimes they're doctors, they're lawyers, these are women, they're interior decorators, they're therapists, and they're giving their time away for so little because they're still in that exchange of hard equals wealth. I work hard, I'll get one exchange of hour for my work. This is not how you're going to become unapologetically rich. This is not how you're going to become so wealthy. This is not the avenue. This is old school thinking. Okay. So what I want you to take away from this episode is this. There are income leaks in your business right now because of the way that your money mindset is set up. It is your job and duty. If you desire, and you might want this, if you desire higher income months, you desire to have those, big increases in your income every month, it's going to be up to you to decide how you're thinking and how it's affecting every asset of your business. It is not a coincidence that when my clients come work with me, they start having their highest cash months and they say to me, Shamina, I worked less and I made more money. What? Yes, because that is the formula for it, to work less and make more. And it's not like, something you're bragging about, but it's like, this is the quality of life that I'm having, because you're no longer living in the suffering. Suffering is what we've been doing for decades and decades and decades, and it's ending right now if you want to be a part of it. And sometimes shifting that psychology, shifting that way of thinking is so hard for so many because if it came easy, then you know what? It could go easy. If it came easy, then I didn't earn it. If it came easy, then, this is not for me. Something went wrong. This was too easy. And then we've got to find a way for the money to fly out the window because it came in too quickly. This is conditioning, it's patterning, it's your past, it's your historical things, it's generational things with your money that are affecting the way that you're moving forward. So, income leaks. I want you to really sit down and think about how you hire. For this episode, we're going to talk about how you hire. Are you drained with your offers? Are you giving too much away? Are your offers really priced at where they should be? Because maybe they're not. And that's another scarcity mindset thing. A lot of the women aren't pricing their offers where it should be because they are thinking about what the client will pay. That right there is a red flag. If you're worried about what your clients can pay, you're actually projecting your own money views onto other people. You don't know that. There's people right now paying $1 million to work with some people for a year of mentorship. You don't know what people are willing to pay. You've got to be rooted in the value that you offer. But when you feel unworthy, you're always going to feel like it's not good enough and it's not enough. Then another thing will happen is that you'll push everything into one offer just so that offer can seem so desirable. But then it leaves you drained because you're constantly fulfilling something for a client that really shouldn't be there. You're over promising. You should over promise on results, not over promise on what you're giving to the client, because sometimes less is more. And when you're working with clients at a higher level, they don't require as much handholding. They require you to help shift the way they're thinking, show them an avenue that they didn't have before. The ones that are at the lower level that, are having a lower investment, they're going to need a lot of handholding. They're going to need a lot of direction, but price it correctly, right? Don't put yourself in a position to be so tapped out in your business that you are spread so thin that you cannot then have more clients come in. And it's an energetic thing, because if you're over delivering right now and you're in your current offers, you're going to feel exhausted. You're not going to want new clients to come in, and you're not going to want to entertain them. And you're going to basically be blocking new income from coming in. And then it becomes an income leak in your business. And so you're not having your highest cash months. Okay. And then you're working really hard to make this money. Over. I hope that something in this episode, it's definitely a higher level of thinking. It's not something that's being talked about a lot out there, but I am always giving you the truth serum, because to me, if you understand what you're doing, then you can see how you can get into another way of doing something even greater and better, so that you can take the way you think to the next level. Yes, it's going to require some, shifting of your mindset, finding the root of why you do undercharge, finding the root of why you can't have support. I'll tell you right now, women who micromanage are in control freaks. Those are trauma responses, right? They're in a place where they don't feel safe to let the reins go. And because you're in that state, it's always going to be blocking how much wealth can come in. And I don't want that for you. I want you to have more, because guess what? More is coming, and more will always be coming if you're ready to receive it. Okay. If you enjoy this episode, please send it to a friend, share it, leave me a review. And go into our bio and sign up for the free masterclass coming up. It's in there. This is going to be a game changer for you. You want your highest cash months. You want to increase the income coming into your business. I'm telling you, it doesn't require you to do more. It does require you to think in a different way, so that you can have your operations and your business running in a different way. This is going to be the difference between you and someone else who's just doing things from a methodical way of just strategically doing A, B, C, or D. When you take both those things together, what I'm teaching you in that, this is what is going to skyrocket you to that next level. And who knows, this time next year, you could be at that multiple seven-figure business level that you know that you could be at. I know you want those big months. Okay. Bye for now.